Check. 1, 2, check.
You sound good.
Okay. There's an advertisement for Dangerously Cheesy Cheetos right by your picture right now.
Is there?
Yeah.
What's dangerous? How? Like you'll get cancer and die?
It doesn't explain that. It's kind of weird advertising.
I hope that got recorded.
It is. We're recording. I mean, as soon as you call it records. So.
Perfect.
It'd be a good intro, I guess.
And this part where we're discussing how it would be a good intro. I don't know how many hours of my life I've burned fucking.
You are totally the biggest mark.
And I have half the brain that you do.
Hulk Hogan, you can go to hell.
And all these people are a bunch of stinking bums, aren't you?
Reigning United States heavyweight champion Bret Hitman Clark.
Welcome back, folks. This is Late to the Nitro Party podcast, and this is going to be our first ever special edition. We're going to review a pay-per-view, and that pay-per-view is going to be WCW World War III. The 60-man battle royal, 3 rings, 3 giants, one of which isn't actually a giant.
Actually, none of them are giants.
But, I mean, I would argue that Big Show probably does have gigantism. So
yeah, he does have that same disease that Andre had.
Yeah, so I don't know.
If you consider that a giant.
Not to get technical. This show is coming, or phrasing. This show took place on November 26, 1995, from the Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia.
Like the mouthwash?
Exactly. I don't know.
Can I finish?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
It should be noted that most of us right now haven't had very much sleep, and we're starting a lot later than we normally do, so this could get we could get pretty slap happy by the end of this.
So speaking of which, shall we just get into it and we'll...
No, Zach.
Okay.
Attendance was 12,000, 8,000 paid. Pay-per-view buys were approximately 90,000. To compare that with the last pay-per-view, which would be Halloween Havoc, had about 120,000 buys, so the buys were down a little bit. So WCW declares war and press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
I love how you had to be like very professional radio man and segue into the show. So WCW declares war in 3, 2, 1.
I think every year they should have added a ring. Because it's really like, all right, creative team, how do we top monster trucks? Someone's like, fuck, I don't know, more rings. They're like, all right, 2. And they're like, nope, 3. We're going to throw everyone off. They're expecting us to do 2 rings. Everyone's at home thinking, how do we top monster trucks? And then they think, you know what? I bet they're going to do 2 rings. Nope, we're 1 step ahead. 3 rings.
The Iron Yuppie versus, what are the 2 wrestlers on The Simpsons? It's the Iron Yuppie against Dr. So-and-so.
Yeah.
It's like one of them will actually be unmasked and killed in the ring.
What's the big arena?
What's the fake wrestler for the Bret Hart episode? The Shrieking Sheik?
Yes. Lives next to Mr. Burns. Now, this show is such a cluster.
So are the rings shaped or positioned like just corners touching?
Yeah.
Yes. There's actually some seats, like they were probably the best seats in the house where you're actually sitting in between.
That's kind of where they're standing right now.
Yeah, pretty close to it. So there's probably 20 to 30 seats that are kind of right in the middle of them that I'm sure were...
I bet Bischoff gave them all away for free.
Yeah, it's all Jason Hervey's buddies.
Yeah.
Good to see Shivani has stolen Luger's puffy shirt.
They're the same size, just not muscular.
The mass under the shirt isn't the same consistency.
I believe these 2 are good together.
They actually do. We'll see they have way better chemistry than Bischoff and Heenan.
Well, that's
these two work pretty good together.
And he's been announcing forever at this point, so.
Is Heenan wearing a cummerbund?
Yeah. So.
And he has a pocket square.
Yep. Classy guy.
Of course.
Heenan, I don't know if this is breaking kayfabe or not, but Heenan actually picks Randy Savage to win.
Yeah.
Like, right here. Hey, everybody, remember CompuServe?
Oh, my God. Back when you just typed keywords instead of addresses. Go conventions.
Speaking of which, you'll be able to find this podcast at alt.net.podcast.
Keyword.
Stupid.
Late to the Nitro Party.
Keyword, go fuck yourself.
Keyword, please don't use our disc we send you in the mail as frisbees.
Keyword, butt sex.
Look at these guys.
Oh, this is awesome. Like,
Hogan needs to grow back a fucking mustache.
He is trying.
He looks like a molester.
There is so many good things about this promo, and most of it's for the wrong reason. So remember the last time we were here, Hogan was toying with a heel turn, right? He was still wearing black. He's wearing the black right now. So he's calling Sting his best friend now, and everything's hunky-dory.
I thought he was going to gut those two in their sleep.
Yeah,
he was going
to chop their heads off with a giant sword, remember? But nope. I love how he's wearing black and the camera never goes below because he's just wearing his red and yellow. Okay, this happens for some reason. And explosion. What was in that flash pod?
Oh, that's funny.
Notice the lady.
There's an igniter. Look to the left of it. You can see the wire.
Yeah, you see it.
Oh, no. Why did that like, Savage's reaction was awesome, too. He's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. He's like, I don't like this.
Some sort of black magic.
Still, like, concerned.
Well, it's a good thing that Hogan turned face, because otherwise he was going to shoot you guys. Why did you agree to this?
So Hogan's a baby face now, just because he doesn't have the stones to turn heel.
Is there something different with his eyebrows?
They're really dark.
Yeah. Are those... He looks like Groucho Marx.
Boy, I never noticed that before.
It's bothersome.
Sting trying. He's like, what do we do?
The fire marshal is not going to be happy.
Putting out black, acrid smoke. So, there we go.
There we go.
So, here, watch this. Hogan is going to absolutely shatter kayfabe right here. So, observe this.
Uh-huh.
So, essentially, Hogan has a copy of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Says that they say the Giant's gonna win. Basically implying that wrestling's predetermined. And says that those three are going to steal the belt. So basically there's going to be a screw job finish to the Battle Royal.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any sort of Tron in this building for the crowd to see that? Because otherwise all they saw were 3 pro wrestlers and an explosion.
Like, what's going on over there?
What did he just say?
He said zip it,
oh,
woman.
I thought he said sit, bitch.
Yeah, that's what it kind of sounded like. I'm going to go form a female dance squad.
Just poster Playboy.
DDP just gives her a diamond cutter for lipping off to him. He's awesome. Gotta love DDP.
I'm a big fan.
He is, like 34 at this point already?
Yeah, he's 35, 36. He hasn't been wrestling that long. So this is setting up a match between DDP and Johnny B. Bad for the television title, in which the winner is going to get Kimberly's services. So
Services,
yay feminism.
This is their best match. They worked a decently long program together, but this is
they've been wrestling a lot. This match, it kind of starts off slow, but it actually surprised me of the quality of it.
I listened to the Jim Ross's podcast with Mark Merrow on it the other day, and it was really good.
Yeah, I got that one on my thing. I haven't listened to it yet.
And I know that we've discussed this amongst ourselves, but for anyone listening, Mark Merrow says he still has the Bad Blaster, but he got rid of everything else.
That's the only thing he kept from his wrestling days was the Bad Blaster.
He got signed to the WWF. He threw everything away because he didn't think it would ever be worth any money, but he kept the Bad Blaster.
Well, if I had an awesome potato gun type contraption, I'd keep it too.
No, I think we discussed this. Jim Ross's impression of Terry Funk is my new favorite thing.
The only one after you told me that, the only one I could find on YouTube was the one where he's like, it's like a Burger King commercial.
Dude, that's the Bret Hart one. That one's hilarious. Where he's
just like,
Stu Hart.
Stu, you damn Canadian.
I will get my brother Dory, and we will put you in 2 spinning toe holds.
Is that where he's talking about croissant witch?
Yeah.
Croissant witch.
The other really good one is it's with the Tony Schiavone interview. And that's the one where he does the butane tank.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. He sometimes will get on these tirades where he does all of his impressions for like 10 minutes having a conversation.
He does a pretty good Jim Cornette one, too.
Yeah.
Doesn't slap a single hand.
No.
What a jerk.
He's pissed.
I love Jim Ross's Jim Barnett. My boy, my boy.
We kind of glossed over the fact because we've mentioned it before, but Kimberly Page is insanely hot.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of guys chewing gum while wrestling.
No.
Except preventing.
That's a good heel.
He spits it out.
He spits it out.
It's a good heel move, just chomping on gum.
All right, let's analyze this match.
Brawling.
Mullets.
Bad ring gear.
Mullets on the ref.
I like this. This is good ring psychology. They hate each other. They're brawling.
Yeah, I believe
a couple
that.
Of cats.
Fighting over a woman. Closed fist ref. DQ.
He's outside the ring.
So if you're outside the ring, you can just lop somebody's major extremities off with a circular saw and not get DQ'd.
Hardcore Hack says you can.
Let's not call him Sandman. Let's call him Hardcore Hack, because that's what people remember about his career.
Right.
So I wonder how many of these matches go from ring to ring.
They do. Most of them.
Give it away.
Probably all of them.
Spoiler alert.
There's one guy just taping one of the empty rings right now, one of the cameramen.
Really?
Yeah, if they kind of pan back over, he's facing an empty ring for no reason.
I thought you were going to say Samoan Drop there by Richard. I thought you were going to say there was a guy in the crowd like bootlegging the show.
I'm sure. He actually has his shoulder camera.
He botches literally the first move you learn in wrestling school, the headlock takeover, and Mero just botched it.
Apparently the Johnny B. Bad gimmick was Dusty Rhodes' idea.
Yeah. Rhodes had a lot in...
He had a lot of good ideas. I mean, you can't...
He told him he looked just like Little Richard. Mero was given like a lot of like black like entertainment and athletic like awards because everyone thought he was a black guy.
Oh no.
What is his nationality?
He's white. He's a white guy.
He's like his real name is Mark Merowitz.
Yeah.
So I think he's Jewish, like Jewish Italian.
He's really
or something.
tan Jew.
Some sort of Italian. Or it could just be really tan. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. Some entertainer told him, keep at it. He'll be the first black heavyweight champion.
Oh, no.
And I believe his response was, whatever you say.
He's very ambiguously racial.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to tell.
That's what people in the future will look like. So, by the way, for any of you listening to this in the year 2100, this is probably what everyone looks like now.
And if you are listening to this, remember, hail our robot overlords. This match kind of gets off to a slow start. A lot of rest holds, bad work.
They started out brawling pretty high energy, and then
and they slowed it down, which is fine. Look at DDP's ring boots; those are there's a lot of bling on
a lot of bling going on there.
Bedazzled. For rest holds, both these guys are pretty flamboyant, pretty, out there, vocal. So even the rest holds aren't too bad. They sell them a lot. They're putting a lot of energy into it, keeping the crowd going.
The double hair pull spot. Johnny B. Bad, not really. I mean, he's a baby face, but he's doing some heel-like actions because it's a blood feud.
Yeah.
Yes. As far as blood feuds go in 1995.
And it's for an attractive woman, so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This isn't like Terry Funk, Ric Flair, where he pile drives him on the table and puts him out of commission type blood feud, but.
And here we go. Despite the fact that there are 3 rings, we somehow end up outside.
Yeah.
Yep.
For the second time.
Good move, DDP. That's smart.
Shivani's really into that.
Shivani is outraged.
Well, notice the announcers are ringside.
That's what I was going to say. It's right there.
What the hell?
Fans are into it.
They almost get murdered in the crowd.
I don't think Page is using the diamond cutter as his finish right now.
No, I don't think he is.
I think he kind of uses this pile driver type maneuver that he calls, which is a horrible name for a finisher, but it's called the pancake.
Huh. Is that kind of like slapjack? And was that Stevie Ray? He had the slap, or he had a physical slapjack.
But he also had a finisher called the slapjack.
Oh, he did? Okay.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
what I thought.
I think it is something similar to that. I can't really remember.
I just remember saying slapjack, sucker.
I want to say it's just like a spine buster or something. She looks like she just ate dog poop.
Why? What?
That's what the look, just disgust for no reason. Like, if you're disgusted by this, maybe you shouldn't be prostituting yourself out to the winter.
So that's the reverse pancake, according to Shivani.
The worst seats of the show are ones on the other side of one of those other rings.
Yeah.
They can't see nothing.
You ain't going to be able to see a damn thing.
Those are the free seats that people walked in off the street and got.
Yeah. All that glitter.
The herpes of crafts.
Yeah. Blowjob? What?
Ooh. Discus clothesline from Page. That's a move he pretty much does his entire career. That's
looks good with the hair.
Yeah.
Just frizzed out.
Yeah.
So this show was about 2 hours and 40 minutes long, so I hope everybody's comfortable. Everybody got some snacks, got some drinks.
You should have got snacks.
Some craft dinner.
Don't ask me why. I always think of the Aqua Teen cybernetic ghost of Christmas Past from the future.
Yeah.
Where he's like, you should have
No,
snack.
it's exactly what I was referencing.
Long ago. Thousands of years ago. Just offer yourself to the giant red ape.
All right, how much?
Section. Oh, the comedy pratfall from DDP. Comedy oversell bump.
The crowd disapproves.
They look like a jury behind them, like judging the match.
Like the old NES crowd that's just the 2D card cutout. Although even better were the old wrestling games where the crowd at the face looked real, but if the camera ever got to the side, they were literally 2D.
Uh-huh.
Right, like they were cardboard cutouts of humans.
With moving faces, which is fucking creepy when I think about it now.
Nightmare material.
Yeah. Oh.
DDP, his selling style's a little different as a heel.
A little comical.
A little more, slight oversells.
I think it's okay to do when you're on the lower mid-card.
Ooh, stiff
clothesline.
clothesline. That might have been mistimed.
He forgot what the next move was.
A pretty stiff clothesline from Bad. This is her gimmick. She has these cards. Why doesn't DDP just fire her as a manager? She obviously doesn't have his best interests.
Is it known that she's actually his wife at this point?
Probably not. Pretty big move there to kick out of this time. I mean, sit out powerbomb and DDP kicks out.
And gets up pretty quick.
Yeah, doesn't really sell the move, but they had to get into this next spot.
Where he blows him. Oh, no, there we go. Shoot him in the face with a bad blaster.
Tilt-a-whirl side slam.
Glad they didn't finish on that. That was kind of weird.
Just a backslide. Just misogynist Heenan.
It was okay back then.
Yeah, this match definitely improves as it goes along. Ooh.
Very clever, Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, Bad has some pretty asinine names for his moves. He has the Bad Day and the Bad Mood and the who God knows what else, but they're usually those slingshot.
Right.
Oh, this looks botchy. Oh. That was probably legitimately painful because it didn't look like...
realized that he was tired and it's hard to lift people up.
Yeah. Let's try the same spot, not botch it this time. The awesome elbow. Is that really what it's called, Schiavone? Or did you just pull that out of your ass?
Like a regular elbow. I mean, although I don't know what it's got on those.
An elbow.
Reversal. So we get a tombstone pile driver, which doesn't in the match. That's usually a match ender, most places.
Well, the idea is that you sever his spine.
Yeah.
So, a lot of guys go down to that, but...
Ooh, kind of landed on his knee awkward there. Looked like kind of folded under him. But
he's alright.
He seems to be okay.
Yeah, that's why they take steroids and painkillers.
He doesn't feel anything right now. His leg could be dangling and he'd still be trying to do this.
And it.
Question.
Yeah.
What pay-per-view does the Sid... Oh, shit, that was the end of the match.
The Sid leg break?
Yeah.
That's Nitro, isn't it?
Is that a Nitro or is that a pay-per-view?
You know, we had this discussion a while back and I was wrong. I thought it was a Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
But
I thought it was like one of the last WCW pay-per-views where he does that. In which case, we need to review that one.
I know it's the last match. Is it a fatal four-way, maybe?
It's a four-way for the title.
It's like Mayhem or something,
Scott
probably.
Steiner and Sid and whoever else. But, yep. They told him he needed to have a bigger variety of offense, so he goes, okay, I'll hit a big boot from the second rope. And...
Oops.
How about getting him some medical attention? He appears to be he has a crushed larynx and people are just standing there. She's very confused.
Does that mean Diamond Dallas Page gets Sable? Is this like a wife swap thing, or does Mero get both of them?
Now Mark Mero must return to the locker room and consummate their new partnership. As with tradition.
Mean Gene will be in the locker room calling the action on that one.
Mean Gene with color commentary, play by play.
I love Mean Gene's stories about him just being a dirty old man.
Yeah. It's a pretty decent match.
Yeah, it was decent opener.
That's an old WCW and WA style match for this time period. I think it's pretty standard.
Started off slow, but by the end it got decent.
There was a joke that I think it was Bret Hart on his podcast about Mean Gene saying that Mean Gene's the only guy that would be sipping double scotches while he's waiting for a liver transplant.
Bret Hart is a pretty bitter fellow at this point.
He's very bitter. There's not too many people he doesn't have something bad to say about.
And he, in every 10 minutes, says the word Bill Goldberg about 40 times.
Yeah.
So, Mean Gene teases information about the WWF steroid scandal on his hotline. So, I wonder what that was.
So that whole thing's kind of dying down at this point. Isn't it, in 95?
Yeah, it would be, but he says something of, you think you've heard it all about the, steroid, blah, 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 and then, I don't know, teases something.
We all go fuck. Aretha Franklin just sued them.
But you're not allowed to spell anymore?
Nope, not that word.
He appeared to want to grab her boob and thought better of it.
I'm an
always believe
female dance squad.
Don't stick a mic in her face. Like, she's eye candy.
Well, at least it wasn't a 20-minute speech. Why? Why is that a thing? I don't understand why it's a thing.
I'd like if Ric Flair just came out and stole her right now. Doesn't say where he just goes out, just struts, and then walks back with
throws her over his shoulder.
That would be hilarious.
Okay, so you remember a couple weeks ago when it was Fans Call the Shots night, and Duggan was trying to get tangled up in athletic tape?
Yeah.
It was because of this. This is a taped fists match. Because Big Bubba was doing the same thing. Gotcha. This feud mainly took place on Saturday night, which is why we didn't have a lot of background at the time. So Big Bubba Rogers versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a taped fist match. Prior to the build-up to this... Legal? Say again?
Does that mean closed fists are legal?
Yes. Oh, look out.
What is he?
No, it's a 2x4. He's got a holster. He's got a sling on his 2x4. Oh, that's awesome. In the build-up to this match, Duggan claims that he comes from a long line of Irish closed fist boxing champions.
This gimmick must have been the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just bumble around, you don't have to know any moves. If anything happens, you just yell USA.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, get your heat back. I mean, Duggan was a big star in Mid-South before coming to the WWF. I mean, he played football for the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big athletic guy.
He was Mid-South's #1 guy there for a while.
I didn't know those Jim Duggan foam 2x4s existed.
Well, yeah, I've seen him before.
I've seen him in WWF. I don't know.
I don't remember ever seeing those.
Well, you should get some on eBay.
Jesus.
Waffling with it, Duggan.
Yeah, why are you... What is that a thing?
As Monsoon would say, right in the breadbasket.
Let's see what kind of match these guys can put on.
What are them girls walking back?
Yeah, probably not a lot of... Ooh,
watch out, Heenan.
Bubba almost lands on the announce table.
Wasn't there a gimmick that they forced him to do towards the end of WCW where he hated the USA?
Yeah, he was on Team Canada.
Yeah, Team Canada. That's
with Lance Storm and Major Gunn.
That's right.
Whoever else. He was also a janitor.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one fun. That's where he finds the TV title in the trash can.
So here we go. We're into the second ring now.
The lights come on.
Lights come on, and fans pop for it.
The ones there, dude, they haven't seen shit yet.
Yeah.
That didn't look very good.
Oh, that's kind of a cool spot.
Yeah.
Using the environment.
Good
a hard bump there.
Yeah.
So what is it that they keep in their mouths that they spit out when they act like they get punched really hard?
I'm
Is it just
assuming
little
that's
pieces of gum, or
I'm assuming that's just spittle.
no? There's some solid white objects coming out sometimes
I know.
for effect.
Those are teeth.
Shawn Michaels would have like chewing gum or something like that.
Yeah. Hey, it's Travis Tritt.
Like really?
And I don't know. He looks like him in the crowd there.
Everyone looks like him at this point.
Yes, true.
The referee kind of looks like him.
Yeah. Referee kind of looks like my dad, but short with a mullet.
I mean, listen to the commentary on this show already. I mean, Schiavone and Heenan is a nice change of pace from what we've usually been seeing with Bischoff and Mongo and Heenan. Kind of whiffed on that uppercut there.
I think old boss man there, he's not a very good puncher, a very good work puncher. He's always a mile away.
I like the snap he has on his punches. They look like realistic punches.
He doesn't get anywhere near their face.
But if you actually hit them with it, it'd probably hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So
see Travis Tritt there?
He's probably trying not to potato him too bad.
There, he hit him.
What's that?
I said he hit him. He hit him on the last one in the gut.
Oh, we get a sweat on the camera spot. Why would you just lay there?
I would love for a match like this to end on a DQ. It's like, yep, your hands were taped. You could have just punched him in the face as hard as you wanted, but instead you kicked him in the junk.
Why do you run clear over there to get... All right.
We wanted to surprise him.
So I think we've been in all 3 rings now.
Yeah, we have. These guys, honestly, Page and Bad. I mean, I know you...
Ooh, nice enziguri from Rogers there. That's pretty impressive for a guy his size.
I know you don't necessarily want to pull that fucking trick out your first match, but that would have been okay for Page and Bad, because they're quick guys, they're good working around the ropes. These two need to stay in the ring.
Well, it's a taped fist match, though, so you can argue that, it's more of a roaming brawl, and there's not really near as many rules.
That's true, but they're not super awesome workers jumping over the ropes, and they can put on a good...
Ray Traylor will surprise you, though, like that enziguri reminded me of.
Absolutely.
I think it's Rumble 92, when it's just him and Flair before Piper comes out, and he busts out this inside crescent taekwondo kick out of nowhere that almost takes Flair's head off. It's just really surprising for a big guy to do that.
See, this match, it should just be 2 guys standing there punching each other until one of them's done. I think that's a fun match. A fight. Alright, so there's a lull in the action. Let's discuss this World War III business.
60-man battle royal.
So, it's clearly a takeaway of the Royal Rumble. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, the question that clearly no one asked before devising this turd is, what makes, and it's an honest question to you guys, I think everyone's answer is the same thing. What makes the Royal Rumble so special? What's the best part?
Right, because, they've been doing battle royals for years.
Right.
The Rumble started, I think, in 88.
Right.
So WCW was trying to capitalize on sort of the same thing. They're making it for the title. They're trying to, get him taped to the ropes.
Speaking of, the guy that's taped to the ropes right now won the very first Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that is correct. But the reason why the Rumble works is because, granted, it's technically a 30-man battle royal, but all those 30 men aren't in the ring at the same time, so people can actually see what the Sam hell's going on.
Right.
As we'll see in World War III, it's a humongous cluster.
Yeah, I don't know. Growing up, I always loved just waiting to see the next guy come in.
Yeah, that is it. That is it for me. Who is next? And because everyone...
Oh, God, that was funny.
That is a...
Because there are at any given point 30 guys, or 20 guys, we'll say 20 guys in the WWF that are very over. There doesn't need to be an announcement, there doesn't need to be a graphic. Within hearing 2 notes of their entrance music, you know who it is.
Yep, exactly.
You flip the fuck out, even if it's fucking Doink, or Coco Beware, or it doesn't matter. You mark out because you finally know who the next guy is, he runs out, you get to see how that guy changes the dynamic, and then 30 seconds later, you get to play that game again.
It's really, Pat Patterson is the guy that came up with it. It's really one of the best.
It's controlled chaos.
Yeah.
What we're going to see later,
this is just
not
chaos.
Controlled whatsoever.
Oh, he's ripping his shirt off. I think Bubba is actually bleeding hard way. He's got some blood on his forehead that was probably from a stiff shot or something.
It's from that
fist.
Doug pulled earlier with that fist.
Jim Duggan has very odd body composition.
He's a big, thick guy. Former
thick
NFL
guy,
football player.
From the chest up, there's just a gut.
So here comes VK Wall Street. I'm assuming this is another part of the feud that I don't know anything about. Just watching this on its own, it seems incredibly random. Oh, here comes IRS, just because.
Why doesn't he just tear that tape off? It's kind of...
Because he's Duggan. Oh, he IRS threw the chain to him. Yeah, he's bleeding.
Yeah.
And that's not a blade job either. That's hard way.
I see him jam more stuff into his crotch every week.
Yeah, what was it that...
was it a roll of quarters he had in his pocket?
The roll of quarters fell out.
I want to say on a Nitro before that there was something.
Well, he's smart enough to wrestle in slacks, so he has pockets, which lends itself to hiding foreign objects.
And not being able to move very well. And
oh, that's right. It's you got to answer the 10 count. I was like, why isn't he pinning him? But it's like a last man standing rules. So Big Bubba picks up the win with a little assist from VK Wall Street, waffles Duggan with the chain, and gets the win. But he tries to roll out of the ring.
Whoops, forgot you were
It's
there.
like, whoop, announce table. And those fans are pissed.
yeah.
Bubba's selling. I mean, even though he won the match, he's still selling. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I hate it when guys win a match and all of a sudden all the beating they just took for 20 minutes goes away. Some fan threw it. Yeah, Duggan kind of has the muscle gut thing going.
It's like, a huge belly, but it's pretty...
chubby or anything.
Yeah.
And then he's just covered in hair.
He's a man's man. I hope I look like Doug when I'm in my 50s.
I've never heard anybody say that. I hope I look like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Who, in your 50s, man, that'd be great to look like that.
I have to say, no one probably listening to this knows what any of us look like, but Zach looks the opposite of Jim Duggan.
Yeah. In every way.
I can't grow body hair, but other than that, I probably stand a shot.
You're like a hairless cat.
I am like a hairless cat.
Grant, if you want to look like Duggan in 20 years, do nothing but upper body workouts.
I need to do
never anything below the pecs.
And instead of protein drinks, just malt liquor.
Yeah, malt liquor, and then I don't know, do
bench press.
Yeah, bench press.
Heenan's making fun of the internet.
With a typewriter.
It's a passing fad.
Oh, here we go. Flair promo. Everybody shut up.
He will be back several more times.
Flair's over in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Mid-Atlantic.
Big Horseman territory here.
just a pretty standard yet awesome. Oh, he's back. He fakes you out.
Oh, man, I love it.
It's just hard to beat. So what we got here? Okay, so we've got a women's tag match that's a interpromotional Japanese. It's New Japan versus IPW.
Okay.
So first team, this is Cutie Suzuki and Mayumi Ozaki.
They look like they were very oppressed in their homeland.
Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Just a random thought. This is the first thing that popped in my head for some reason. Get beat regularly or something.
I understand when, as a hardcore wrestling fan, I like these types of matches. I'm a little confused when they bring them to pay-per-view, sometimes. Regardless, not women's matches, but just matches of people that we don't know as casual fans.
Right.
I'm double confused when it's not just like, I understand two high flyers, two just crazy good guys that are gonna, get asses standing up and paying attention. Like, that makes sense. It's holy fuck, look at these crazy foreigners, Uncle Skeeter.
However,
but
this match
not gonna be one of these matches.
This match, it might surprise you. It's decent. And Bull Nakano is probably my favorite women's wrestler ever. She's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, she first of all, her look is nuts.
Yeah.
And she can work, and she's pushing 200 pounds. I mean, she's big.
And we've got Tenay.
Yep, I just heard that. Mike Tenay, they bring him in just for this match.
I heard an interview with Tenay the other day, and apparently he got his start. He wrote a wrestling newsletter when he was a kid. And he would collect information from everything he could. He got a bunch of subscribers who were also his quote-unquote insiders and would feed him info, and he'd all put it together in a newsletter. And that's how he got into Lucha Libre. And then when he ends up with WCW, that's what makes all that happen. When they start bringing in the luchadors, they're like, hey, you know this stuff.
Yeah.
So with Bull Nakano, we have Akira Hakudo, who's going to be the wife of Kensuke Sasaki.
In real life?
Yes.
Okay. The man who killed someone.
He killed a guy.
We're not sure who. Ask the parents. DQ.
Now, Bull Nakano, she's not Japanese, right?
No, she's incredibly Japanese.
Oh.
Just
chauvinist
asshole Heenan. Yeah, Bull Nakano is, she's awesome. I really enjoy watching her. We will see this match has some really cool stuff as well as, some pretty nasty botches where it looks like somebody about dies. A lot of hair pulling.
Yeah, it's typical of a women's match of the era.
I like that spot.
Yeah.
The just heel tactics. Good job, Randy Anderson. Get her down on the ring apron. Make her hold the tag rope. That's something that's ignored nowadays, is the tag rope. So Heenan makes a laundry joke in the middle of a Japanese women's tag match, so more racism. Oh, they're biting her. So the heels kind of dominate the first part of this match.
Today's running down some sort of a Japanese, how women get into the profession or something.
Huh. Do you remember the tag team in late 80s WWF that was two Japanese women. What was her name?
The only names coming to mind, Leilani Kai?
No, not Leilani Kai. The Jumping Bomb Angels.
Oh, I don't remember that.
They were on like a Survivor Series and maybe one other pay-per-view.
Huh. No, I can't say I remember them.
Stop looking at your partner and nodding your head, telling her to come in and make the save.
Yeah.
Shitty axe handles. So she throws a bunch of shitty offense, and Nakano just potatoes the shit out of her. Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's something I haven't really seen before.
I'm not sure if that would actually hurt, but
I mean,
it looks like it
probably would. Heenan will also reference Hiroshima in this match.
Almost a moonsault.
Ooh.
A form of the DDT.
Yeah, he's correct saying that.
Screwed it up. So the baby faces get a little heat here, get a little momentum. Into a half crab.
Ah, come on.
Like, that makes it less effective. Why would you let go of both legs?
Because her legs weigh more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Just politely.
Yeah, she's like, oh, okay, it has been too long.
We haven't seen them yet, but there's a few suplexes and stuff that just look nasty coming up. Like, you don't know if they're really botched or not, but it just looks like they about kill each other.
Half crabs for everyone. Oh, no.
It's a Toronto Maple Leaf.
Yeah. That's how you break that up.
So, Randy Anderson just allows the tag with Nakano already in the ring. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's your guys' deal now.
How much hairspray do you think she uses?
I bet she
Get that
glue.
effect?
A couple cans.
I bet she uses Elmer's.
Elmer's glue.
Yeah.
So we get a power bomb. Looks like she's going up for a moonsault.
Ooh.
Got out of the way. Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
Rock stomp there.
The double foot stomp to the lady parts.
Oh, man.
That's 4 consecutive double foot stomps.
The ref is just like, I don't know what to do.
Can't tell them to stop because they don't speak English.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't be forceful with them, well, because they're women, so.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Kana's going to have to go ice her sniz after this match. She's got stomped on. Oh, that's right. We get a Tower of Doom spot. Or, well, maybe not. I got excited. Some cool teamwork going on here.
No, I like this match. I really didn't think the crowd would be into it. I mean, I figured it would be a good match, but...
Yeah, Randy Anderson's having trouble keeping track of this one.
He wasn't prepared for this one.
Ooh, half Nelson suplex.
Tequila Sunrise.
And you missed it. There was a murder.
Oh,
you weren't watching.
Damn.
She just Germans her right, spikes her right on her head.
My goodness.
That was nasty. Oh, stiff drop kick from the top. I'll give them this. They don't hold back.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, we finally got rid of that dork.
So, sort of a doomsday device type maneuver, which Ozaki lands directly on her head for the second time in this match.
Listen, here's my thought. I know how this WCW business ends. Let's do a podcast on, like, I don't know, like the fireside chats.
Ooh, guillotine leg drop from the top, that might do it. And that gets the win. Bull Nakano and... Oh, I gotta look back. What's her name? That's horrible. Look at my notes here. Bull Nakano and Akira Hokuto get the win.
It's a good match. I am surprised that the crowd was into it. Not because I thought it would be a bad match, but because wrestling fans today would have disappeared when it was someone that they weren't used to.
Right. I think the...
You know, a lot of these fans have been around since the territory days, though, so...
I think we get another look at one of these German suplexes that... Oh, right here. Look at this. And... broken neck.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know how she survived.
She doesn't weigh a lot.
That probably helps. Okerlund would kill for a head of hair like that.
So, as far as three-man announce teams go, that was a sneak peek of maybe my favorite.
Yeah, Tenay, Shivani, and Heenan. That's we'll see that on Nitro here in about a year.
Yeah, I think they're a great three-man tag group. Even Zbyszko in the mix is good. He's entertaining.
Oh, I like Zbyszko. Oh, it's your favorite wrestler ever, Grant.
At least they got him a manager. Of course, they're still going to let the fucker talk.
How much oil is on him right now?
I think him and Hogan just go in and buy a 55-gallon drum. I don't understand the bicep straps.
Watch Luger's promo. Just watch Luger here. Oh. Luger gets stood up on the high five. So watch Luger here as he's giving his promo. Tell me what you think. Notice anything?
Oh. Is he always reading the teleprompter?
He is reading from a teleprompter. It's quite obvious. I mean, he's constantly looking straight down. There's a monitor there. He's reading, and he never stumbles over anything, which Luger tends to do.
I could tell that before he even said that.
I'm pretty sure the teleprompter just told him to flex.
It was telling him the whole time before while Jimmy Hart was talking.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pretty much.
Flex menacingly.
Oh, here we go. So Benoit's in the Horseman now, and he's got his Horseman trunks.
There we go. Is this against Kevin Sullivan?
No, this is Sasaki for the
Sasaki,
U.S.
okay.
title. Sasaki's U.S. champ at the time. He beat Sting at a show in Japan and won the title.
I remember getting an old VHS where it was Benoit versus Kevin Sullivan. What pay-per-view am I thinking of? I remember renting this a long time ago.
I can't imagine that ending in anything but Kevin Sullivan's death.
Yeah. I think it was in the angle where they put woman with Benoit, but he was actually married to woman at the time, and that's the real life kind of...
That could be around 96.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There was heat there.
Yeah, because she actually did go with Benoit in secret.
Yeah, there's some bizarre conspiracy theories that tie into that.
Yeah, it's a pretty messed up deal there. Was it a rule to say WCW? Nobody says WCW.
It's a Southern thing.
I know, but even Heenan's saying it, and he's definitely not a Southern guy.
So this could be a pretty stiff encounter.
I bet these guys have fought several times before in Japan. Hooters.
Good.
We're about an hour in already.
So, Shivani mentions that half of WCW, this is kayfabe obviously, half of WCW was sold to Sonny Ono by Bobby Heenan. So, in some bizarre world, Heenan had control over some shares.
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, maybe he was a shareholder. Maybe he sold his shares to Sonny Ono.
We're talking WCW fans in the mid-90s. They don't understand that stuff.
I don't understand it now.
Oh, man, I just keep singing, I smell TROUBLE every time I see that guy in the crowd.
That's enough of that.
It's distracting me. My thoughts are distracting me because of that guy.
Guy in the crowd, if you're listening to this.
Please move. Steven Seagal's sitting right beside him.
Yeah.
Travis Tritt and Steven Seagal right there.
And Marcho Grouch.
Yeah, an Indian Marco Grouch.
Groucho Marx.
Thank you.
Dyslexic assholes.
I was fine. I was going to correct myself until Zach said it. Then I'm like, wait a second. He does look like Groucho. That's going to bother me.
This match starts out kind of slow, pretty scientific, which is fine.
And was actually tearing his rotator cuff.
The mat's not, it's like almost fabric on the top is kind of wrinkling up there. They don't have it stretched very tight. There'll be none of that.
I'm yawning.
Have a beer.
That'll help. I need pepped up. Have some alcohol.
Well, why don't they make a caffeinated beer?
They do, I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
You can get those,
like,
Four Loko.
Budweiser Buzz.
No, I'm pretty sure they do have those.
I'm sure someone does.
They have those alcoholic coffee flavored drinks you can get.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So Sonny Ono is at the announce table right now, and he mentions that they have a deal put together for Starrcade. So they're teasing the U.S. versus or WCW versus New Japan Starrcade card.
Like we were talking last time if that were to happen today in WWF or E, it'd be huge.
It would be enormous.
Back at this point, nobody gives a shit about Japanese wrestlers.
You have anything in here that's not booze?
No, it's all alcoholic. There might be one of them Mountain Dew Code Reds or something in the back, or Mountain
Holler,
whatever it was, that lightning something or another.
Yeah. We're going to drink us some Angry Orchard apple ginger. That sounds disgusting. I'm putting this back.
They're not going to sponsor us now.
What's that?
So they're not going to sponsor us now.
Clay, you ruined our sponsorship.
What's the arcade from Wayne's World?
Noah's Arcade.
Noah's Arcade. It's like, you embarrassed our sponsors. Like, this guy blows goats. I have proof. These aren't a twist off, are they?
Don't do it. Rip your hand open.
I see it.
Yeah.
He has a corkscrew.
Corkscrew bottle opener. Wait, what are you doing? You don't open that with a corkscrew.
Fuck off.
I open all of my pull-off or pry-off caps with a corkscrew.
Oh, let's see if we can get some good sound on this.
Yeah,
Anything going on in this wrestling match? I need
rest hold.
How many little sounds are you hearing from over here, Grant, with this mic?
Not a lot. I heard the cap come off, but
okay.
Is this supposed to taste like that?
I don't know what you think it tastes
Try
like.
This. It doesn't taste normal.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, nice power slam there from Sasaki. Like, there's no carbonation. It tastes flat.
No, that's actually how that tastes. It's just...
If the folks at Angry Orchard are listening, make better products.
No, I mean, that's how it really tastes. It tastes like apple cider.
There's no carbonation
there
to
is.
it. It's like apple juice.
Shake it.
Oh! Benoit absolutely throttles his head on the guardrail on that suicide dive.
You heard the fizz come out. That means there's carbonation whenever you... Still.
That's bullshit.
Science. It doesn't make sense. Science. He blinded me from science.
Thomas Dolby? Is that the blinded with science
Terrence
guy?
Trent D'Arby?
No, Thomas... or something Dolby. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
She blinded me with
That's
science.
Thomas Dolby.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought we all knew that. Why are we arguing about something we agree on?
Because it's 11 p.m. when we're recording this, and we have another hour and a half.
You must be in a different time zone. It's 10:50 p.m. where I am.
That 1 minute difference time zone.
We're in that 10-minute.
Yeah. Now, Clay, they did that at one point, didn't they? It was noon when the sun was straight up, no matter where you were.
I mean, I don't know.
I think that was a thing.
Let's call Chris and ask him. Chris, you know that thing?
Oh, good power slam by Sasaki. Starting to pick up here with the offense.
Sonny Ono got his job because he was the karate instructor for Bischoff's son.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I knew they were buddies somehow. Well, we get rolling Germans. We're going for the 3-peat. Nope. Breaks it up.
Jeez, stiff. Benoit loves that, though. What do they call that? A sadist loves pain?
Yeah.
Sadomasochist.
No, a masochist likes pain.
Okay.
A sadist likes giving out pain.
Okay.
Or as, I don't remember which one of the Hart brothers it was during Wrestling with Shadows, but a sadist.
Sadist. It's probably like Bruce.
I want to say it was Bruce.
Bruce is
Sadist, you know.
Hold on. Going up top. Here, he's like 3/4 of the way across the ring.
Look at that. Bam.
Makes that look so good.
Well,
I mean, he's
concussion
killing
number 10.
himself.
It makes sense for the placement, though, because he's landing at the very top of his body. Look, that's about the perfect distance for that.
Yeah. And he kicks out.
Oh. Man, Heenan.
Wonderful choice of words.
Wish you wouldn't have said that.
Smacked his noggin.
Going up top for, Frankensteiner.
Nice.
The fact that Scott Steiner used to do that from standing and jump up, and Frankensteiner, a guy, is pretty amazing for a guy his size.
Athletic fellow.
We all need to go to Scott Steiner's restaurant.
Where is it?
I think it's just like a Shoney's or something.
Yeah, it's like some chain restaurant.
Scott Steiner's Shoney's.
Yeah.
I just imagine a sign that's just his head.
Yeah. Shoney's is still huge down there.
Where's his restaurant at?
It's in Atlanta, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, single leg power bomb.
You can go visit the studio where they record Space Coast.
There we go.
I wish they'd bring back Space Ghost.
Oh God, that'd be great. I want to make that DVD of old cartoons and shows for the kids to watch every Saturday.
Hey, I've got every episode of Cartoon Planet.
I do too, because you gave it to me.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Made a copy.
It'll never be released because it was done by 2 different companies.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these guys are absolutely clattering each other.
Ooh,
Michinoku driver. That's probably not what it's called at this point.
Right.
Dang.
Winner.
Holds onto his belt. What? Why are we looking at his arms?
I can't understand you. Go back to your country, white power.
That's a flat top mullet.
Oh God. I about said stuff from that I shouldn't say. So
Oh God! Nice slow-mo replay of the.
That was a good camera angle.
Let's do everything we can to take offense to our brain. Basically, it's his style.
Those like pseudo brain buster moves always just make me cringe.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
Even
bad.
when they're performed perfectly, it looks horrible.
I'm going to step away for a second to go get some ice.
Ice? Yeah. Oh.
I just need something cold.
We finally got rid of that dork.
Oh God, here we go with this. You can't get away from this exact same promo every show.
Yeah. What's with the... I don't like that bathrobe. I know I've said it, but...
I don't like it, but I want one.
No, I want one too. I would totally rock that right now if I had one.
What do you think your new woman would think if you walked out of the shower wearing nothing but that?
She would have questions.
No, actually, it'd be better if you had actual wrestling trunks underneath it as well.
And the face paint.
And the face paint.
You know, there's no reason I can't get a yellow bathrobe and get some red lightning bolts put on it.
Yeah. You definitely need to do that. That's your mission. You need to do that.
That could be my obscure Halloween costume this year.
There you go. Kevin Sullivan from 1995 for Halloween.
That is pretty awesome.
I would trick or treat. Like, who are you, Kevin?
Hell yeah.
What's
the meaning of the moon, the bleeding moon?
I think it's Pac-Man.
It's Pac-Man?
I think Pac-Man ate something. He ate some nails.
Oh.
And now he's bleeding out of his mouth.
Okay.
Jimmy Hart is losing his mind. So the Giant is going to make a limerick. Let's listen. Zodiac Man.
Where is the Zodiac? He's never around.
Yeah,
He'll be talking about Ed Leslie or the Zodiac Killer.
I thought it was the same guy.
Oh, he probably is.
Oh.
He should have.
Wow. Nice.
He should have said ass, though.
Oh, God.
Well, it's a family company.
I just happened to look down, but
what?
His undercarriage is just poking straight ahead.
His grundle.
His undercarriage.
I don't know how else to put it. There's a guy in like a disco suit there in the crowd.
Huh.
So the Pac-Man on the back of his bathrobe just made me think. I thought for a very long time, and I'm not going to say how long because it's a lot longer than it should be, but the Atlanta Hawks logo looks like
Pac-Man.
It looks like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
The negative space looks like Pac-Man.
Right. But the part you're supposed to look at looks like a hawk.
Yeah, I know exactly
And
what
I
you're saying. Yeah.
didn't know why, and it looks like it has like this tooth for no reason. And I'm like, why is their logo a Pac-Man with a tooth? Like,
I always thought that.
Or
I used to call, whenever we watched the Bulls when we were younger, I used to call the Hawks the Pac-Man team.
Okay.
I swear to God, I used to say that.
Well, video games have ruined our life. Glad I'm not the only one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so we're going to get a Savage Luger promo.
So we've had three really good matches.
Yeah, it hadn't been bad.
And one okay match. And this footage.
Man, this is almost a review of our entire podcast here, going through this.
Yeah.
This feud's been going on since we started, since the first Nitro.
September, was it 11? When was the first Nitro?
September 11th, 1995. No, wait, sorry, September 4th, 1995.
It'd be cool if he just did a moonsault right now.
Just a shooting star Fred.
Just swerve.
So we've seen all this. If you've been watching along with us on the podcast, we pretty much know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So while this is going on, this might be a good time to discuss. A while back,
diabetes.
First off, big shout out to Pro Wrestling Forums. They've been nice enough to let me post updates about the podcast on there. I put on there a while back, if you had to show one match to a non-wrestling fan, what would it be? We've been kind of discussing this. I would say, I always said Hart Austin, WrestleMania 13, the double turn. There's a blade job, kind of an interesting finish, stipulation match. Grant, what were you saying the other day? What was one you were talking about?
Jesus.
Putting you on the spot.
I don't get goofy when I'm tired. I just get a little R word, which I'm not allowed to say anymore, I guess, because that's offensive to people.
You get dumb and forgetful.
Yeah. I become Philly.
But I posted the question to some of the guys at forums.prowrestling.com, and some that were submitted, Undertaker versus Mankind, Hell in a Cell, King of the Ring 98.
I was about to say that's a great train wreck in the best way possible.
Right.
That is freak show without being too over the top, without just being bloodthirsty. There's art to it. There's theater to it. It's a match that's got some crazy spots.
Just Mick Foley diving off a cage.
That's Steamboat Savage, though, from
WrestleMania 3, Steamboat Savage. Yeah. Flair Steamboat, Chi-Town Heat, 83, I believe.
I mean, pick one. I mean, there were several good Flair
series.
Dusty Flair
from '84.
I mean, if you can get into the old style, any Harley Race Ric Flair matches from like the early '80s.
Some that some other people were talking about on the forums. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus Christopher Daniels, TNA, Unbreakable 2005. Remember that match?
Yeah.
Go back and watch that. That's pretty awesome. Brett versus Owen, WrestleMania 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would also say Brett versus Owen, SummerSlam 94 cage match. Probably the best cage match in wrestling history.
There's a lot of great matches involving Bret Hart. His name comes up a
One
lot.
that I need to go back and watch that was mentioned is Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio from Halloween Havoc 97. And I just don't remember that match, but supposedly it was pretty awesome. One good one here, Hogan versus Rock, WrestleMania 18. Would be a good one. My personal favorite, a big shout out to Leper Messiah, who said Mondo versus Wife Beater from Combat Zone Wrestling. Apparently there's a weed whacker involved.
Yes.
Huh.
So I'm not familiar with that.
Neither am I.
CZW is pretty over the effing top.
Yeah, just a lot of violent nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
But Leper Messiah, if you're out there, he seems to be a pretty big fan of the podcast, so shout out to him.
Get some friends.
Apparently he's a big Yeti mark, so good for him.
Okay, good.
He's not going to get any friends then.
We like him.
We like him.
We should get him on the podcast.
We can try.
You know what? We were discussing this the other day when I was
Why does
talking.
he get such shitty pyro?
Yeah.
He's always scared of it. Anyways, Grant,
When we were talking about, matches, and we were talking, and if you just Google it, Shawn Michaels is in a ton of them too, and I cannot get into Shawn Michaels. I won't say a bad thing about his work. He's a great worker, a lot of good matches. He's not bad in the ring at all. For whatever reason,
Jesus.
I don't buy him as a tough guy who could hurt people.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. He's a hell of a performer. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
he's a great performer. He's not a believable tough guy.
Right.
He's not a believable combat athlete.
Exactly.
I cannot hear Luger's music without just cracking up.
It's fantastic.
I just imagine Joe Satriani backstage just furiously
Thrashing his guitar.
Yeah.
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Tweener douche Luger, everybody.
Is he heel or face here? I don't know.
Well, he's heel. He's heel face.
Heel face.
But he might turn face heel.
But we don't know.
I don't know.
He might be face heel right now.
You can't say I don't know when Luger's involved.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you guys ever hit, on the network, I'm watching in my web browser, and if you go to, the little dots that are almost like little, bookmark
little checkpoints.
Yeah, they're little, high
over
points.
them, they're hilarious. This one, the one coming up, Luger applies an armbar to Savage.
Armbar.
Yeah, it's sometimes the descriptions of those are pretty funny, where it's like, Bushwhacker Luke does something,
Ooh, I was looking for that armbar spot.
What, I had a little glitch. What minute mark are you guys at?
1:21 50.
51, 52, 53.
Okay.
Where are you at?
Tell me when you hit 122.42.
Okay, we're at 122.07 now.
This is exciting for the people listening, but
So you're about a minute ahead of us.
yeah. I was trying to watch porn in the other browser and it fucked everything up.
That'll do
Got a
it.
virus.
Pretty soon you get one of them pop-ups where it's a live sex chat.
And you have spyware.
And they demand money, and I always pay them even though I know I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Bad deal.
All right, Grant, we're at 122.35.
I really
40, 41, 42.
Yay!
Synchronicity.
The police?
Whoa!
I don't think that's a word.
It is now.
I really don't care about this match in the slightest. I mean, I've seen it enough. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Savage doesn't like Luger, and Luger just is an asshole to everybody in general, so...
Wait, is the... Alright, we'll try to make the most of this. Isn't the deal with these two that they're gonna win the belt? Like, whoever gets murdered, whoever does the murdering, well, that was their whole deal. Like, they're gonna kill each other, and whoever wins is gonna wrestle for the title.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then why isn't this a number one contender match?
Because the belt's held up, and both of these guys are in the Battle Royal, so...
Oh, Jesus. Then why are they having a fucking match?
Because it's a blood feud.
Everything's a blood
It's not a
feud
blood
in the 90s.
feud.
I'm overusing the term blood feud.
Remember, they're both after the same thing.
Yeah, well...
That's stupid. What?
Yeah.
There's no point. The outcome doesn't matter then. I don't care.
No, I'm with you. It doesn't really matter.
Double count.
Why didn't they just, duke it out in the Battle Royal?
Right.
It makes no sense to have the match.
Or don't put them in the Royal. I mean, I know you got to put your big stars because you need 400 guys for all the rings, but
There's one thing I do like about it that this match sets up, because Savage is injured. And
Kayfabe?
yes, that injury will come into play later in sort of the story that the Battle Royal tells. So, alright, I'll give him that. But otherwise, I don't give a shit.
have them waffled backstage. Show them getting hit by a car.
Driven by Rikishi, because Triple H told him to, but it was really The Rock, and confusion ensued.
And it's actually, it's not a car, it's a limo. And because of time travel, it's the limo that Goldberg smashed the window out in and almost died. And it went back in time to try to kill Savage because it's trying to kill professional wrestlers before they start the reckoning.
The reckoning. Yeah, that's where Goldberg almost bleeds out.
Yeah.
Because
By the way, anyone out there in Hollywood looking for a script, I am available. I have a word processor.
I have WordPad on my DOS computer.
No, it's a 1988 word processing machine.
Yep. We're outside the ring again.
Yeah.
Because,
WCW.
Yeah, right.
Does anybody else find Luger's selling distracting?
I find a lot of things about him distracting. Luger himself is just distracting.
Yeah, hearing Eric Bischoff talk about Luger coming back to the company at this time is hilarious. He talks about, he wants to come back. Sting basically gets him on board.
How about you put that move on him when he's in the ring and you win the match?
It's just
look at his face.
Just jostling. Stop it.
This looks sexual for some reason. Is that how Luger procreates?
Stupid, sexy Luger.
Well, it doesn't look like violence. I know that.
It looks very homoerotic to me.
Pro wrestling in general
is
yeah.
Let's get in our underwear and roll around with each other.
I never understood why the bikini brief became the standard pro wrestling
All
attire.
wrestlers had black boots and black trunks in the teens and 20s.
Really? That's a thing?
I'm guessing at the time it was because it was to show off what a tough guy you were, your muscles and your body, and look at what a fucking whatever this guy is. But then,
so this is the finish to the match. Savage is incapacitated from the torture rack, and Luger's trying to hurt his arm, so Randy Anderson stops him.
Answer me this, how?
How what?
I want an explanation of the mechanics of the torture rack.
Oh, well, kayfabe, he should have, like, broken ribs and, like, cracked vertebrae and stuff, but...
This movie's putting on him this arm bar, whatever. It doesn't, the way he's manipulating him, it doesn't
going against the joint.
It doesn't look that bad.
So Sting comes out, and you'll remember a couple weeks ago, Luger got Sting to break the Scorpion Deathlock on Flair, so now we see Sting coming out.
It turns out that they're both just in anger management together. It's like, hey, you remember what Randy said?
It's like, damn it, I'm your sponsor. Don't screw this up.
Our emotions get the best of us. You're never going to see your kid again, Lex.
This is court-ordered anger management from your domestic.
That Groucho Marx guy in the crowd has no expression whatsoever for anything.
He's not impressed. I'll say it every time until he fucking last podcast. Love the Luger music. Listen to it.
We get to see this in slow motion. So we get to see all of Luger's facial expressions.
Oh, man.
He looks like a monkey.
He looks like a roided out, slightly tanner version of John Denver.
Yeah, you're right.
I almost made a shout out to John Denver. Oops.
Yeah.
He did.
That makes me think it's such an awful joke. It's like from a 1998 South Park. It's like the John Denver experience.
Yeah.
And it's like, just go back and watch that if you haven't already. It's pretty insensitive. Alright, we get a promo for the Sting Flair match.
I'm excited for next year when there's 4 rings.
There's what?
When there's 4 rings, which they don't actually do. But
so, World War III was a pay-per-view for... I think they quit doing it in 99. I think there's 4.
Yeah, 99 it was Mayhem was the November pay-per-view.
Okay, so 95, 96, 97, 98. It was... They had 4 of these. I believe the winners are Savage...
The Giant, Nash,
and Scott Hall.
Yeah.
There you go.
I believe it's Scott Hall than Nash, because didn't Scott Hall got that shot against Sting at Uncensored?
Something like that.
So, yeah. Back to my 4-ring idea. You could remove all the inner ropes and just make 1 ring.
Just one huge ring. That actually would make way more sense.
Right, a huge ring would be a lot more...
Oh, wow, you're right.
It'd be a lot easier to tape or video or whatever you call that, record, to keep track of everything.
I love this. He just struts and walks. Oh, boy. They just put the boots to him.
I'm on top of the world looking down grade.
Smoking over there.
I don't even know why I'm singing that.
It's sleep depravity.
Whenever I have nothing else going on in my brain, I just start singing infomercials I remember from a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I always go through the old Neil Diamond one, the Cracklin' Rosie, make me smile. Everywhere around the world, they come.
I want to paint that in my living room.
Dun, dun.
I'm actually going to screenshot that picture
of the cartoon
Sting Flair and have someone do like an oil painting of it. See, Zach, I actually now just have the WCW Uncensored like jingle in my head from 98, maybe? Yeah, 98.
How's that go again?
I'm not singing shit.
I'm pretty sure there's not more. We could find a MIDI file of it, I'm sure.
You're right.
Is it just me, or Sting, or not Sting, Flair might be a little short on ring gear at this time because he's wearing the same purple robe about every time we've seen him. Flair gets some good pyro.
I imagine that the rest of his ring gear is part of some sort of investigation.
Yeah.
Or
health evidence.
Left at some hotel.
Well, his wife probably got it in the divorce.
That's true. He's probably on divorce 2 at this point.
Maybe if you're married as a wrestler, your gimmick shouldn't be that you drive around the country banging other women.
Yeah, that's true.
That's his gimmick.
Just a thought.
Ric Flair, man whore.
But when your wife tunes in and you're talking about the chicks you're doing after the show, and she asks if you're cheating and doesn't believe you when you say no,
It'd be funny if you just got like a ring jacket and wore it for like winter.
I was just
even cover your belly button.
I was just thinking that. Like, this is going to be my coat next winter.
Yeah.
Just show up to work at my professional job.
In a ring jacket.
Hey guys.
I know.
Don't draw attention to it.
It's like 10 degrees outside and you're wearing a jacket that doesn't even cover your midriff.
I wouldn't even wear a shirt under it either.
Exactly. You couldn't do that.
I just want a black members-only jacket that says Enforcer on the back of it.
We should all get those and like go somewhere together.
Oh, man.
Just like mid-1980s horseman jackets. Members-only jackets.
We get a stare down.
I think he just dropped an F-bomb or two there.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
You black. That's what it looks like.
I can't hear someone say Hulk Hogan without just Ultimate Warrioring it in my head.
Oh, that was a cool spot. He pointed his finger and Sting tried to bite it.
I just hear Hulk Hogan.
He immediately goes into the other room.
That's good.
I know what you're getting at, Grant, the Booker T thing.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan would come for you.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
I immediately regret that.
Oh, man. Flair's just milking it for all it's worth.
God, Flair is a great worker.
I would argue that Flair... Hey, look, a press line. I would argue that Flair is one of the greatest feeders of all time in that...
He's made more people look great.
He takes
than
everybody's offense.
Anybody else, yeah.
That's all he does. Like Royal Rumble 92, that's all he does. Every new guy that comes into the ring, he takes their move and he goes on to the next guy. Yeah. He basically gets his ass kicked for an hour and wins the match.
A lot of guys say Kurt Hennig was like that too. If you work with Kurt Hennig, you look great.
Yeah, it'd make you look like $1 million.
Zach, you might look like Flair when you get to that age.
You got that going for you.
Not sure if my hair would ever be that color.
We can do that.
I can get the rest of the body going. But, yeah. Do a little.
Flair is just sexually harassing ringside females again. Stiff clothesline out of the corner.
I'm just thinking about these two wrestling makes me think of the end of WCW, which kind of makes me excited. Don't get me wrong, I'm super excited for how good wrestling and WCW get. I'm also just excited to take a second look at the crappy stuff at the end.
Just the dumpster fire that Flair going to Ring 3.
I was in denial about the whole thing.
I mean...
Oh, it's awful.
I watched every single Nitro till the end. I didn't miss a single one
either.
The day I started. And I refused to give in to the fact that it sucked, even though I knew it did.
I would have told you they were great at the time, knowing it was a lie.
I would have said the exact same thing.
Lying to yourself.
Yep, exactly. It was going to get better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I always thought it would. Well, I just, on Nash's shoot, that Timeline 97,
yeah,
he talked about how had they not gone under, they were actually going to reboot. They're going to go like dark for like 2 months or so.
Yeah.
They're going to relocate from Georgia, from Atlanta. Their home base is going to be Las Vegas.
Oh.
And they're going to run like most of their shows in the West, and basically be the Western like alternative to New York and all that, you know.
Yeah.
And the way he talked, like it would have been awesome, but they just couldn't.
It wouldn't,
you know,
have been.
Of course, he would have been.
You know, it wouldn't have been, but it sounds like it would have been.
Yeah, he would have been running the book. So.
Right.
It would have been awesome for Kevin Nash's ego and pocketbook, I'm sure.
Right. It would have been awesome for him. But like the plan was because towards the end of their run, the angle was basically they're running out all the old guys.
Right.
You know, all the new guys that didn't really have a whole lot of time.
You mean
to
the
show.
Millionaires Club?
Sure, yeah. Anyways, the angle was basically, they're going to go dark for a while, and then all of a sudden, all the old guys are going to start coming back, you know, one by one, and take back what was rightfully theirs or whatever. And there's going to be a huge pay-per-view, like the Starrcade, if they were even going to call it that anymore, was going to basically be like, you know, Hogan versus, I don't know,
Billy
Benoit
Kidman.
or something at the point they were talking about it. But
What was actually going to happen is that Oklahoma was going to win the strap,
no, yeah, right.
and you know, the tag team of Lash LaRue and I don't know who else.
General Erection.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up the tag titles.
That's pretty impressive for a guy Sting's size to keep up like that.
Yeah, he's always that was always kind of his in-ring deal, is that he can move.
He's quick as a cat, you know.
Well, I had heard
He does this and he does that.
Where's he going?
He doesn't know where he's going.
He's just stumbling around like he's in an airport or something.
Speaking of that airport incident, he probably the same day that happened, he canceled his contract with CBS for the podcast,
Really?
and nobody knows why. Like he hasn't done a podcast since that day.
No, I'm done.
He's just like, he went nuts that day for some reason.
Oh man, I mean Flair, he's
The last podcast he did was that WrestleMania 8 deal.
I still need to listen to that.
I haven't listened to it yet either, but that guy's wearing a Price is Right t-shirt right behind Sting. Is that a Price is Right? That's never mind. It's World War III.
That's the event tee.
Same colors as Price is Right.
We are recording, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Thanks for asking that, 2 hours in, or an hour and a half in.
I had this, panic attack.
A silent panic attack.
We've been talking this whole time for no reason.
No, see, that call recording has been still going.
Okay, I see.
We've been recording for an hour and 53 minutes.
Okay, good.
I mean, it's that.
Ooh, choke spot from Sting. I like it. Ooh, low blow.
Why did the ref hold his neck after he got low blowed?
Because he's asking if he got choked.
Oh.
Because he's like, hey, don't get choked. And
gotcha.
Then he got hit in the jimmy.
Shivani's not even watching the match.
He's watching the monitor like you're supposed to.
Yeah, so you see what the people see.
Gotcha. Freaking that Groucho guy does not have any impressions.
What do I hear in the background over there?
Hearing Clay drink.
Is that ice in a cup?
That is ice in a Yeti cup.
Yeti promotional glass.
Foot cup.
Foot cup.
That is probably my first memory of pro wrestling, is Dusty Rhodes. Before
that was the very first one I ever rented.
Coliseum video of WrestleMania 6.
Mm-hmm.
You had Jesse Ventura selling WWF figures.
WWF figures. What's that?
You put WW, overpronounces the W's.
And then Dusty Rhodes selling Ultimate Warrior foot cups. Flair knee drop. Best in the business.
WrestleMania 6 is the very first thing I ever rented for BNC, the wrestling ones.
I think that's probably for people our age one of the first ones.
Yeah.
If nothing else, the cover is just so over the top. Yeah.
Isn't it Hogan and
it's
Warrior?
Hogan and Warrior,
like,
no,
they're on
there.
the move.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's one of those...
Look at Flair. Look at Flair.
He's got a chop block.
It's one of those oversized boxes.
Hogan and Warrior on the moon.
Yeah,
it's posing.
Did one of us three get a hold of that one? Do we have that now? Remember when we got all those
I'm sure somebody's got it.
Surely.
No, I just meant amongst us three. I thought maybe one of us got it.
I would have thought.
I know that I have WrestleMania 5 for sure.
5 is another good box because it's the same thing, just with. Or is it Mega Powers Explode? Is that the?
It's Mega Powers Explode. Yeah.
Too. No, the Ultimate Warrior can draw people just on looks. I mean, that's most of his draw, anyhow. But it's incredible.
Mm-hmm. One thing I like with this match is getting the time it deserves. It's going long enough.
Yeah.
Is this the semi-main?
Yeah, this is the...
Sweet. I'm ready to see what kind of jobbers and stuff we have in
there's
that.
There's going to be plenty of them.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. We'll watch as time goes. Later, if it's more fun to watch later when Nitro is 3 hours long because you're familiar with more people in the company. I just think, I mean, really, there were nights that the first hour was nothing but job guys just wrestling each other. Mm-hmm. And the second hour was kind of that TV, U.S. title level guys, and then main eventers. And when I say main eventers in the main event, I mean one match with the NWO coming in and just schmozzing it. But
exactly, yeah.
And then Sting with the bat,
excuse me,
rinse and repeat, etc. But anyhow, later on when the show's 3 hours, you get, all your luchadors, all your lightweight guys, all sorts of fun people. Ernest the Cat Millers.
Deano 7 versus
Super Callow, Silver King, Super Crazy.
Deano Pie.
Yeah.
Deano Infinity.
Or Disco Inferno's Luchador La Cucaracha.
Yeah.
Just Dean Malenko dressed up as Cyclope.
Yeah.
El Dandy.
El Dandy, yeah. No one doubts El Dandy.
Oh.
Rey Mysterio.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy?
Title shot.
Flair going for the figure 4.
Well, that's not going to win it.
I bet you Sting hulks up.
I bet you Sting turns into an actual scorpion.
It's like an
animality.
Yeah.
That would be... They should have done that in WCW. They should have... What was the WWF game that was just a fighter?
That was WrestleMania, the arcade game.
They should have done that with WCW, and Sting could have had an animality.
It would have made sense. Well, in video game world. There was that one, and there was the WWF In Your House as well. It was kind of the sequel to it.
Yeah,
it had the Warrior.
Let's name a video game after our generic unnamed pay-per-views.
Yeah.
My favorite spot in the world right here. Shoves Nick Patrick and bumps. Bumps like a boss for the ref. Just oblivious.
I like that spot.
That's awesome. I just love him taking a bump for the ref. Mm-hmm. That's how unselfish that guy is.
Great.
Yeah.
He wants Nick Patrick to look good.
Well, he's strong. The hell's the confusion?
So, folks, if you have 3 hours to kill to watch this, I mean, chances are you got plenty of time on your hands. But we appreciate you being here with us. But I mean, we aren't even to the main event yet, and this is just taking forever.
I recommend getting a hobby. Prostitution is one, as is pirating DVDs and videos. You know, that's a
sniffing glue.
Yeah, you could. I don't know.
Bet you no sells this. It's shocking.
Look at that. Yeah.
Maybe you could start a food truck that serves nothing but gravy.
The gravy train.
It really sells itself.
Well, you see, I find at work when we have food trucks that show up, it's like, well, you know, this authentic Mexican cuisine is wonderful, but a little white gravy would do wonders for it.
It's funny you talk about that. We were just talking about that at one of Maria's family deals earlier.
Flair just turns over for Sting so easy in that Scorpion. He's just like, yep, do it.
We were talking about creating food trucks as well. We were going to make one that happens only between, what is it, Good Friday and Easter. Is that Lent?
Right.
Yeah.
Basically, we're going to have a food truck that only operates between then and it sells fish. We're going to call it the Lent Roller.
Nice.
Oh
I think
that's pretty awesome.
I think we could do one with like a school bus that's a buffet.
School bus buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk in and then you go through and then you hop out the back.
It's like a fire drill.
It's like a fire drill.
And you have somebody help you out the back door.
No one has a fucking clue what we're talking about.
Speaking of white
it's one of the
gravy,
older kids who said
there's Ric Flair. No, white gravy is quite possibly the most disgusting / delicious thing there is.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
It's just butter and
it's milk and grease.
It's fat, sugar, and
wait, what kind of gravy you eat with sugar?
Sugar, fat and flour.
Yeah.
And
sausage.
Pepper. I usually make mine with bacon grease.
Yeah, we usually
we
cook our sausage first and then cook it in the sausage grease.
No, who doesn't love a good here's a good sponsor if we can get them, a good Dairy Queen chicken basket with the white gravy.
Oh God, yes. Dip that toast in that
my
gravy.
question is why doesn't
bread and gravy.
Why?
White bread and gravy.
Why can't I get a Big Mac with a side of gravy? What kind of fucking bullshit is that? This is America.
I bet you could because they do make biscuits and gravy at McDonald's. Ask for a ketchup thing of gravy. You got any gravy in there? What we got good eating there?
It has went totally off.
Father's democracy. No fucking gravy at McDonald's though? What the fuck?
So here we go. We're getting ready for the big battle royal. Should be the greatest thing ever. I like Heenan passing it off as that this is a legitimate sport. You know, he's saying the guys that have already wrestled are at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a big NWA/WCW thing. They were all pretty pissed off at the steroid thing where, those guys gave away that the business is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So we get a rundown of the entire giant Hogan feud.
They should have just shown the monster truck match at this point. Just for no reason.
And then this.
What do you think of pizza with white gravy instead of ranch?
I don't know that I've ever had that.
Me either, but that could be a thing.
Huh. Pizza and white gravy.
Yeah.
It'd basically just be biscuits and gravy because you have dough and gravy but there's cheese on it though?
It's fucking pizza. Yeah, there's cheese. What kind of question is that?
So basically pizza dough, cheese, and white gravy.
And the reason why we're discussing this nonsense is because we get to see the most boring promo in the history of wrestling.
They cut this basically same promo that they always cut earlier in the night.
Yeah. Same outfits even.
Right. All right, Zach. Well, what if we start with like a breakfast pizza that's like egg instead of the cheese? You know.
Hold on.
Wait, this has already been done.
Look at this. Look at that kid.
He's like, why am I here?
Just head in his hands. Doesn't want to be here. Wants to go home. He's had too many corn dogs. He's
corn dog drunk.
He just wants to leave.
People are going crazy for the lawyer.
Yeah,
people are going crazy for him. They think it's somebody else.
There's probably a fight in the crowd that direction.
Probably. That'll be interesting. Whenever we watch the Slamboree thing back, we'll have to see if we can find out. Remember that, Grant?
There were always fights. Every event I went to, there was a fight. But yeah, I remember the one at Slamboree.
The Slamboree one, like the entire arena looked towards the fight, and there was a match going on.
What's spaghetti sauce? Maybe spaghetti with
marinara.
Spaghetti with gravy on
it. Instead of the sauce, we use gravy.
Yeah.
It's breakfast spaghetti.
So noodles and gravy.
That's what I'm proposing to do.
Well, you live in St. Louis, so you get
the
train going on, the gravy train.
Three giants. We have the mysterious Yeti, the son of Andre, and Hogan.
What?
Yep, he's a giant.
He's a giant of the wrestling.
He's the metaphorical giant in the fucking Dio video. Well, why aren't they calling him a giant in every match then? Shouldn't you be billing him out as that?
It's WCW.
It's like fucking Superman, though. That's probably the best analogy. It's like, oh, he's immortal. Well, yeah, but these guys are big. Oh, yeah, Hogan's big, too. He's also a giant.
Yeah, I have the power to have all the powers I want.
Exactly what it is. What's with the cuts on the back? I don't understand that.
We can rip it easier.
On the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Think about it.
Because the best, if you want to see the Hogan shirts at their finest, is the movie No Holds Barred, where at one point he's like wearing the shirt and his underpants to bed.
If you listen to this promo, Hogan basically says he's going to keep the title forever, which, he almost pulls that off. He also gets booed to shit as he's giving this promo.
He's thinking maybe going back to the red and yellow wasn't a good idea after all.
There was no reasoning for him turning back babyface either.
He's only babyface for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Give it away.
But they just didn't give any reason for it. It was like, oh, hey, Sting's my buddy now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They had their match on Nitro before this.
Look how sucked in his rib cage is.
Well, he's got to suck that muffin top in.
He's on that Duggan diet.
Yeah.
Hogan looks the least cut he looked in a long mirror.
Yeah, he's got a lot of loose skin there on the pecs and everything.
I'm not a fucking bodybuilder. He looks a little off. His eyebrows don't look as... I think he was wearing fucking eye makeup.
Mascara or whatever that stuff is. Eyeliner.
The eyebrows?
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious when your eyebrows are jet black and your hair is blonde.
They don't look as bad now, though. I don't know. I wish that they were like, oh yeah, he's selling them as his friends for later.
Mm-hmm.
But they're fucking not. They don't have that much foresight.
Yeah.
If Hogan had turned to an actual heel during his quote-unquote heel run, but he pulled a Luger. He was a douche tweener.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he changed his colors and he waved a sword around and wore this stupid-ass looking mask thing. That was about it.
If there was a fucking angle where he killed Mean Gene Okerlund with the sword, yeah, he's gonna get some heat. Where's Kimberly Page? Hogan ran her through with that bastard sword. There's your fucking... What happened to Pillman? Did he go to the Fed? Nope. Hogan lopped his arm off. He's on workman's fucking comp now.
This is Hulk Hogan. That's because he's the last one out. That's right.
Big gold belt. That thing is intricate.
Finest belt in pro wrestling history.
So it's a globe with a crown on the top.
Yeah.
Surrounded by like some sort of vegetation.
Just a bunch of gold leaf.
Yeah. Yeah. Just whatever the fuck you call it.
So something cool about this match, we get 3 broadcast teams. So we've got Shivani and Heenan, obviously. And hey!
Oh god, it's Bischoff.
It's our first look at the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. With Eric Bischoff. So everybody shut up when Dusty talks.
Yeah.
No. And who else we got?
Come on, Staggerly Marshall.
Yeah, we got Zbyszko,
Nice.
but who the hell is this guy?
That is,
Chris Cruz. I've never heard of him.
Never seen of him before or after this.
Hogan ran him through with that sword.
Yeah, Zbyszko's good. I do like him as sort of a heel announcer.
God, he's really excited.
Oh, here we go.
He just got fired by Bischoff.
And you're done. So here we go. Here's the intros. There's going to be a lot of people. I have no clue who they are.
All right.
Oh, so we're starting alphabetically. That's good.
Alex, right?
Nah.
Knobs.
This.
Oh, that's one of the Barrio brothers.
Probably not going to win the belt.
Probably not. Dave Taylor. Scott Armstrong. He's a ref in the Fed now.
Yeah.
Jumping Joey Maggs.
Sting still wearing his fucked up face paint. Didn't have time to...
Disco. Ning. Steve Ray. No idea.
Mark Starr. Oh, these guys are the Highway Patrol. And they are not getting along. It's Buddy Lee Parker and somebody else. I marked out for them. And good to see Cobra recovered from his...
Hey, Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Paul Orndorff.
Canyon. Wow.
Early, young Chris Canyon. Hard work Bobby Walker there.
Benoit looks annoyed.
He doesn't want to be here.
Bagwell.
He has Hindu squats he could be doing. That's the Yeti, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's not a mummy. He's a giant ninja looking
beast
now.
Okay, for no reason whatsoever.
No.
Oh my
reason.
god.
Yeah. Scorpion.
Yeah, basically he's a Scorpion ripoff. So the Yeti is that guy now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Norton should have won it. Put the belt on Norton.
He might have been the IWGP champ at this point. I can't remember when he had that.
So we have Super Assassin 2. Where's Super Assassin 1?
We're getting bunched up here. Slow the fuck down, people.
Another Armstrong brother. Yeah, they're like, guys, we got to speed this up.
Dave Sullivan.
Dave Sullivan. The janitor. I love Regal.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the other Super Assassin. Just get him through there.
Shut up, Duggan. Where am I?
Of course, Hogan's got to be loud.
Oh, geez, that's stupid.
Are we missing anyone?
Nope. They said that's 60.
Sure.
I mean, I have no way.
In the company, is there anyone that...
Oh.
They probably got people that are with the company.
Anyone big? I mean, any big names?
And I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I mean, 60 guys, that's their whole roster, plus guys from Japan, plus probably a few independent guys.
Dean Malenko's not in this.
Yeah, no Malenko. I'm sure they got some guys from independents just to fill out the numbers, too.
Mm-hmm.
What a odd way.
Buffer just selling it. So, can't remember when. Right here. You think Regal don't know he's on the hard camera? The way he's...
Nah, he's selling, I think.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He knows he's on the hard camera, so he's
okay, you're being sarcastic.
So he's making a show. It's awesome. Look at this.
Oh.
That's one of the Barrio brothers. Just...
All right, Clay, what are the rules?
What do you mean?
What are the rules?
Well, you have to go over the top rope.
All right.
Last guy in wins the title.
All right, there we go.
Matt, there are no rules.
Gotta fucking review this shit for the people. Jesus Christ.
You think it's a good idea
so
to set
that's why
that
everyone has been bunched up in the middle, by the way.
Probably. They're like, get the hell away from the ring post. So the Yeti is out almost immediately in this.
Where is he? Which ring is he in?
I think he's in the middle one.
Hogan's in the middle.
As you can see, this is a total clusterfuck. We can't tell.
It turns out when they have that overhead camera that there are not...
See, yeah, right there. See, he's out. Top right. He's out already.
Huh.
Yeah, it turns out there aren't enough colors in the spectrum because everyone is just kind of looks the fucking same. All right, so the Giants have not come into play. One of them's out. Orndorff just working up the left. Did anyone see that?
What was it?
It was Orndorff. Arn was holding someone's head on the outside of like he's on the apron, and Orndorff is just punching him in the stomach.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Like, you'll notice the announcers don't even know what the hell's going on, and they're right next to it.
There's no way this could have been executed well.
No.
I mean, it's not a good idea. And the Ninja Yeti is still around.
Yeah, he's out, but he's just wanting to get a little more airtime.
He looks like Scorpion.
He is. He's a Scorpion ripoff.
He's just taking people from...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got somebody on the outside there.
Just kind of non-move them into the post.
Taps them to the post.
There's some clobbering going on.
Let Dusty call this whole thing. He can do it.
Yeah.
The other thing that I don't like, because it's confusing enough as it is, but there's so much going on outside the rings. Like, guys are going under the ropes and they're doing stuff on the outside. You just don't have it. You don't know if they're out or not, but they're outside.
I hate the split screen stuff.
Yeah.
Just like one camera, showing us the action.
But how else do you do it? Because you have 3 damn rings.
You figure it out. Why else would you do a World War III like this? The whole concept's stupid.
No one would do it.
Exactly.
These guys. So why is he still the Yeti?
That's a $64,000 question.
Why aren't they acknowledging that
he was a mummy like 3 weeks ago?
Right.
And now he's a giant ninja. Oh, there you go. Oh, no.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm lost.
It's just such a clusterfuck.
It's unfortunate when the main event featuring every star in the company is the best time to go get a hot dog.
Yeah. For the most part, the in-ring product on the show up to this point, I'd give like a B. Solid B, B plus maybe.
Yeah.
It was decent.
That one-man gang right there.
Yes.
Okay.
One-man gang. I think he just did a one-off. Like, he's not under contract. He just, like I said, he's a named guy. People know who he is, and they got him in here to fill the numbers. There's Canyon, innovator of offense.
Oh, he stays in. All right, Canyon. Canyon was a good worker.
Wasn't he the one that went through the entranceway from
Yes.
the top of the three-tiered cage?
That would be correct.
All right.
Ah, Jesus. Upper right.
Just Ed Leslie.
Cashing a check.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're on the home stretch here, guys. We got about
33 minutes.
20 minutes left in this.
Jesus. You put the three of them together, you'd have one good wrestler. I mean, gimmick and all.
Sabisco makes the comment that it looks like Bosnia in there. That's a early mid-90s reference.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
You know, instead of Clippy in Microsoft Word, it should have been the Taskmaster. I'm the Taskmaster. I'll help you complete tasks.
It's just a sprite of Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, wearing the bathrobe and everything. They should have licensed that. We'll try to get a hold of him. Maybe we can write an app that's just like a list app, just a list maker, and it's called the Taskmaster.
True.
And Kevin Sullivan can get in on it.
Shoot, I'm sure he'd go for it.
I can't imagine what else he's doing. I mean, he's getting up and moving around, so probably not, but...
Oh, damn it, the state patrol's out. I thought they'd at least make it to the top 20. Or the highway patrol.
So they're contained to the one ring. They can't, diagonal shot over one of the ring.
When it gets down to 30 men or 20 men, they go into one ring.
Mm-hmm.
No, not Mr. JL.
There's just way too much going on.
Yeah, I can't follow any of it. It's hard to pay attention to anyone.
I'm just staring at the WW3 logo. Thinking, man, that's a sweet graphic.
That's the same three they used in Three Ninjas.
Yeah, it is.
We see Luger and Orndorff fighting outside. Have they been eliminated? We don't know. They're just outside the ring.
We have no idea.
Alex Wright making sweet love to whoever that is.
Remember that Three Ninjas with Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Three Ninjas.
High Noon at Mega Mountain or something like that.
Yes.
I would have marked out, the only way for me to mark out to this match, now, is if at one point everyone was doing a rest hold.
Yeah, everyone.
Collective chin lock.
Yeah.
So I believe Heenan was just making a rundown of who all was left in the ring he's covering. And he goes, Boss Man's still in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Meant to say Big Bubba. Disco gets a pit stop. I think Eddie gets a pretty good rub in this match. He makes it pretty far for, cruiserweight.
Did he want to rumble?
Who?
Eddie? He never won a rumble, did he?
Rey Mysterio did.
Benoit did.
Yeah, I don't believe Eddie ever won the Royal Rumble.
Hogan just raking everybody.
Yeah, a lot of eye rakes, back rakes, assorted rakes.
No, not Bagwell.
This match, like, you listen to, Canyon took a hard bump on the outside. Like, for the participants, the guys wrestling this would be a dangerous match because you don't know what's going on. Like, you really got to be aware of your surroundings or somebody will fall on your head or something.
Yeah, the style. I mean, obviously it's going to change having that many people, but there's not a lot of, like, scoop slams.
No, just because, hell, you fall on somebody, you break somebody's leg.
Yeah, there's just a lot of brawling.
Where did Big Shane Bart go out at? Well, there he is, but we didn't see it. It's Hillbilly Jim's cousin, Big Shane Bart. Surprised nobody grabs the ref on accident. Are they out or are they just wrestling out there?
We have no idea. So why wouldn't you just spend the entire match outside the ring and let everybody else get eliminated if that's legal?
Yeah, no.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Roll under the ring, Ed Leslie style.
Like that crap with the last Royal Rumble with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, basically, same thing. I mean, he was injured, quote unquote. But
should be some sort of like a time limit. If you're out, you're out.
Right.
But somebody else did that, though. Didn't somebody just walk away and came back? Like the Miz or something weird like that, or either way, it doesn't matter.
Okay, we just saw Scott Armstrong take a pretty hard bump on the outside there. If you're watching the top left screen, he's legit hurt because they bring a stretcher out. I don't know if he knocked himself unconscious, but he wasn't moving. And we'll see here shortly. They bring a stretcher out and cart him off.
Who did this?
Scott Armstrong. So I'm assuming that's a legit injury because it doesn't serve any. I mean, he's just a job guy.
There'd be no reason for him to do that.
There's just too much going on to even call anything.
Yeah. There it was.
There you go, Sabisco. This place looks like Bosnia.
Who's that guy up there on the top left? That Alex Wright's after. They show him again.
I have no idea. Which screen?
Top left screen.
Okay.
There's a big black guy.
Hard work Bobby Walker?
Maybe,
I don't know.
You kind of look like a chubby Tony Atlas.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know who that is.
So, Double A's out? Everybody's out?
They're all going into one ring now. Airplane spin from Hogan on Dick Slater.
So instead of allowing single or triple threat or four-way matches happen, they're going to continue the clusterfuck by jamming everyone in one fucking ring again.
Basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Making sure we're all on the same page here. That really that's stupid.
See, that's a dangerous move.
Right.
With Regal getting press slammed off the top rope.
So in whatever ring it was, we had we had the Giant and Luger. And I'm not saying that that's a super awesome technical match that I want to watch them go 60 fucking minutes, but if I'm in the crowd, part of the enjoyment of this is what happens when there's two people left. We haven't seen the Giant and Luger. What happens when this crazy strong guy and this Giant go at it? You know, there's no reason that's going to happen. They're not working a program with each other, but they're both stuck in the ring, just like in the Rumble. It's, you know, oh, holy shit, you got, you know, fucking Coco Beware and the Ultimate Warrior. Well, this isn't something we normally see. Wonder what happens. But instead of letting that fucking play out, it's, well, let's just keep the fucking pandalirium going.
Look at how many guys are fighting on the outside.
Right.
Like, Arn and Luger have been out there for like 10 damn minutes.
Ice melting?
Must be. Shit's loud.
There's
the stretcher. So, Scott Armstrong got thrown out like 5 minutes ago. He's been down there. Like, he's hurt.
He's gotta be.
They should have started everyone in one ring. Fuck it.
Yeah.
One regular size ring.
It wouldn't have really changed it that much.
You can't punch someone without elbowing the guy behind you first. It's just like an old Wild West saloon fight.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck the ring. Just put a saloon out there.
It's basically WCW Backstage Assault.
Right.
For PS1.
It's, that's your gimmick pay-per-view right there. Saloon. WCW Saloon.
I'm confused.
All right, now we're all getting in one ring. So now we got 30 guys in one ring.
Here's another guess on how...
At least we can see a little better now. No more split screen.
Here's another guess on how this pay-per-view came to happen. They were looking for ideas to rip off the WWF. They got a VHS copy of the Royal Rumble. And they're like, oh, there you go. Look, everyone, all together in one ring, right there on the cover. Let's run with it. And then everyone wouldn't fit. So they're like, oh, well, maybe our guys are bigger than their guys. We'll just add more rings. No one had ever actually watched a Royal Rumble. What are they doing to Hogan?
Nothing.
Just Sullivan's going to kill Hulkamania
What's
right
the
there.
conversation going on right there?
I have no idea. Oh, Regal's out. Damn it. I think we get our first look at Hugh Morris.
Yeah, maybe. Sure, he's been on Saturday night.
Probably. Pittman doing a cross arm breaker in a battle royal. Just gotta get stepped on.
Arn's still in? Yeah, Tank Abbott will tell you that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Full guard the barf. Fine Brian, he's gonna win. Jesus. See, this is what happens when there's too many people in the fucking ring. Johnny B. Bad's gonna win 2 belts in one night.
Oh, yeah.
They should have done it. Put him over. Give him both straps.
He'll only be out of the company in like 3 months.
It's never stopped him before.
Yeah, that's true.
Hogan's just been getting hugged by various people.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically they
told
him, hey,
can't hurt him.
Hey, protect him because he's the golden goose.
I think the Giant's just walking around slapping people.
It'd be awesome if Ming just started potatoing him, but that won't happen. Yeah, like, people can't move. Like, there's just too many people.
I'm just going to watch the Giant for the rest of this match to see what happens.
It's about your best bet, just to focus on, hey, Luger's outside the ring.
He's, like, calmly walking around looking for people to do little spots with.
What? They have fucked that spot up.
I think that right there sums up this whole match.
Yeah, they're wheeling somebody about falls on the stretcher here, too.
That would have
No, it really does happen somewhere. Man, maybe not.
If this were ECW, they would have put someone through the stretcher.
Yeah, right there, freaking Duggan, of course. Yeah, I'd say Armstrong hurt his shoulder falling out.
I know something. So it's the Armstrong that's a ref now, you said?
Yeah, he's a ref for the thing. He was road buddies with, when he was a ref, he was road buddies with Jericho and Benoit.
Oh.
Here goes Disco.
Damn it.
Where Hawk got some revenge for that hat spot a couple weeks ago.
Disco's mine.
The pelvis convulsing almost makes me laugh.
I don't think Luger's been in the ring this whole match.
Yeah, he's been on the outside the whole time.
Good place for him. I want at the end for them to be like, all right, and everyone's DQ'd because you can't throw someone over the top. The belt is held up until the next pay-per-view. What? Why would Sting let him do that?
Booker T just kind of lets himself out of the ring there.
Giant's like, yeah, that's right, Hugh Morris. Knock it off. You'll be jobbing a Goldberg.
When's Goldberg,
98.
97?
Goldberg debuts early or late 97.
Yeah, it's gotta be 97.
Something like that. Luger and Savage are over in one of the, there we go. Over in the other ring.
I'm okay with that shenanigans. Those are two big name guys.
See, I honestly thought Regal was out like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
like I could have swore he got thrown out already.
Right.
Did we count? Maybe there weren't actually 60 guys, so when some guys got eliminated, crawled into another ring.
That's possible.
Sounds like WCW.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Or they just put on a mask. You just immediately...
Oh, DDP and Bad eliminate each other. It's good continuity.
Yep.
Oof.
He's dead.
Yeah, he took a hell of a bump.
Oh, my cat is attacking my feet.
What time do you have to be at work tomorrow? Or do you work?
I have no idea when I'm supposed to be there.
Responsibility.
I'm gonna show up at 8:30 and hope for the best.
Yeah.
So we're kind of getting down to where we can at least keep track of some things.
Who do we have up there? Flair, Anderson, Macho, Giant,
Zodiac,
Hogan,
Sasaki,
One Man Gang,
Animal.
Hawk.
Oh, yep.
I never can. Oh, there goes Ming.
There goes Ming. Sting, Flair, Orndorff still.
Orndorff giving it to Hogan missionary style.
Hey, this is a WrestleMania 1 rematch right here.
Yeah. Pillman's still in. Eddie Guerrero, Savage, Luger. My money's on Zodiac.
Of course.
He's due. Should have gone.
And there he goes.
He had main evented Starrcade a year before this.
A year ago, yep. Main evented Starrcade is the Butcher. Those were dark times.
Should have gave him another barber gimmick.
They actually, when Hogan first arrived at WCW, they brought in Leslie, and due to copyright and other such things, they couldn't call him the barber, so they called him the Clip Master.
Nice.
That is a real thing. There goes Pillman. Cool spot here where Hawk tries to help Sasaki back in. They were tag partners in Japan.
I see.
I like how it's just completely acceptable. You get eliminated, you can just eliminate as many other people as you want.
Hey, it worked for Hogan.
That's right.
Which one's dead, Hawk or Animal?
Hawk. Hawk's passed away, yes. Back rake from Hogan. Oh, this is pretty nasty botch right here.
His legs.
You just need Jim Ross to yell, "He killed him."
That man has a family.
My favorite part is that Clay's Jim Ross impression sounds like Hank Hill. Alright, they can actually kind of wrestle now.
Yeah, they're down to about 10 guys. Hogan has a shitty abdominal stretch on one-man gang.
Oh!
See, about landed on Savage. That's why he can't do that shit. Eddie is selling the hell out of the figure 4.
Nice little spot here.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, whenever you have to throw him over the top rope, it doesn't, but gotta wear him down, I guess, is their logic. Got a Scorpion Deathlock in the middle of the ring
They
here.
need to quit throwing people through the ropes.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Spine Bust. God, he's good at that. Do you remember, it was a match, I think, at maybe a Royal Rumble in the late 80s, early 90s, where it was Rugged Ronnie Garvin against Greg the Hammer Valentine, and it's a submission match, and they keep going for pinfalls. It's like really bad.
Yeah.
They don't remember the match stipulations at all. Zach is literally going to sleep.
Yes.
I know, that's what was happening to me too.
I can barely keep my eyes open.
So we're down to Luger, Giant, Sting, Flair and Arn, one-man gang, Hogan and Savage.
And I hate to make the analogy. Actually, I don't hate it at all. So, the problem with this is the same thing as when you're watching just 10-person group sex pornography. None of it's good sex. None of it's quality. It's just a bunch of people wandering from hole to hole. Just to the fucking show. It's awful. It's just spectacle.
Yeah, I think this is actually probably one of the worst ideas for a wrestling match. This whole 3-ring World War III.
This pay-per-view was not bad.
No, the whole pay-per-view was great except for the main event.
I feel like that's a running theme with WCW pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Oh, Flair's
out.
Eliminated,
and Arn's out.
Yeah, Flair just is pissed. He just runs off.
It'd be great if he just body slammed Heenan or something. Why is Mean Gene out there? Oh, to announce the winner.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll probably have a 10-minute promo after this.
There's only 8 minutes left in the entire show. So.
You know, knowing that there was going to be a promo at the end, you would get the Dungeon of Doom to win it.
No, right, of course.
The lawyer could have done he'd be the 60th man.
We are getting down to the end here, thank Christ. So Luger and Sting are working together.
You're going to decapitate him.
Here comes Hogan.
Fans love this.
Nope, Hogan has to be a douche.
Flap.
Throws them both over.
It doesn't work, dude.
So the rumor is that Hogan changed the finish of this match, like in the middle of the match.
Oh, yeah.
The original was supposed to be...
I think just Savage winning clean.
Yeah.
Probably eliminating Hogan when he goes over to... when he's trying to get the Giant out or something. I mean, I don't know, but...
So they're announcing Macho Man the winner right
now. So basically, the Giant drug Hogan under the ropes.
So he was never eliminated.
As Savage eliminated One Man Gang. Randy Anderson sees him on the outside of the ring and declares Savage the winner.
Which is basically the problem we had the entire match, not knowing who was actually out.
But Hogan throws a bitch fit.
Fans love it.
Oh, yeah.
Kick him in the balls and throw him over the top.
Yeah, just throw him over the top now.
Yeah, just do it now. Like, right now.
Yeah.
He's back's turned.
Yeah, that'd be a great, like... I would like that finish.
Yeah.
If he did that right now.
It shows Hogan, hey, dipshit. Yeah, that would actually be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would never happen. See? Yeah, Heenan calls him out for it. He's whining and crying. So sort of the story there is Savage with a, hurt arm, lost the match earlier in the night, comes back and wins the Battle Royal and becomes champ.
Yeah.
I'm okay with Savage winning. It's just the match itself is just it's a goat rodeo. Just
Gene's really telling him about this.
Gotta give him his glasses. Waffling with the belt, Savage.
Yep.
There you go. He's actually going to put on the belt. I like it.
Backwards.
He's like, in case we don't get it already. Like, this is not babyface of him in the slightest. You can tell Savage is not really into this.
No,
like, he's a little flustered. He doesn't like... I mean, it's just like WrestleMania 4. Savage wins the title. Who's got to steal the spotlight? Hogan.
What did he just say? I live by what it is. Is what it is.
There you go. That's what he said.
Hogan's always got to get his heat back. I mean,
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
He's right. He did tell you.
I'm going to sneeze, so this is going to look really bad on the capture, so just bear with it. All right.
That didn't sound too bad over here.
Okay. Couldn't hold it. Yeah, I'm delirious.
Yeah.
It's so long.
Oh, man.
wait till Nitro to show the videotape.
Pretty good impression, actually.
I just want to see Savage just freaking stretch him.
God, that'd be great.
So if Hulk Hogan is quote unquote 6'8", Randy Savage is like 6'7".
Yeah, basically. Yep, Hogan for a long time was billed as 6'8", 300 pounds, and he's about 6'2".
Grant, you okay?
I'm good.
Grant just fell out of his chair. So they shake hands, everything's hunky-dory, but Hogan is still a whiny little bitch.
Just paints Hogan a real bad light.
Yeah, doesn't have the belt. Yeah, Savage got to get the last...
Nope.
Well, you just said he wasn't the fucking champion.
Yeah, he's a whiny little bitch. Can't stand him.
Yeah.
People are running for the exits.
Yeah. They can't just replay it now.
No, because we don't have that technology yet.
They have to put the tape in the rewinder, and that takes a while.
Remember rewinders?
Yeah.
Where it wasn't, you couldn't go forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a rewinder.
I remember going, never mind, it's like an inside story, nobody would care. I was going to say, I'm just going to say it now. Jonathan Helmink, in his bedroom, he had a VCR without rewind, and he had a rewinder, like up until like 2000.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I remember that, but...
That's hilarious.
I remember going to his house, and he'd have a stack of tapes he had to rewind still.
It like took an entire afternoon.
Yeah, it's like, that was like a thing.
Oh,
You all have to get the rewound tapes. Oh, well, in that case.
Oh, Heenan is out of there.
Good night.
And that's it.
Thank
Roll
the
credits.
Lord. Oh my god.
So,
that was brutal at the end. Real brutal.
last match was pretty terrible. So, I mean, we aren't going to do a lot of these for this reason, because it's a royal pain in the ass, because it's 3 hours, and who's got that kind of time. But we just kind of wanted to do this one as just to see how it would go. I feel older after sitting through that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to thank Jane Fostrom, librarian, as she's listed as.
Yeah.
She's a librarian.
WCW Online.
That's what it was listed as in the...
Wait. They just had a section for the staff for WCW Online.
Yeah.
Then directly after that was the staff for WCW Offline. What does that even mean? That's basically everything else, right?
That's, I guess.
VP of Productions, David Crockett.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave
so
Crockett's
the Crockett's
still
are
around.
still involved with WCW.
Still got their
this
hand
time.
in the pot there.
That's pretty interesting. So we'll have another special edition here coming up probably.
Bash of the Beach 96.
Probably that would probably be what we'd look at. Would be Bash of the Beach 96. If there's any ones you want to see, leave in the comments. I mean, we're open to suggestions. So the only other one between Bash of the Beach 96 and this would maybe be Uncensored, where it's Hogan and Savage against 8 people, which is pretty ridiculous. But
so what do we have? Starcade, then is it Uncensored after that? Sold Out doesn't exist yet, obviously.
Starcade.
Super Brawl.
Super Brawl,
that's
would be
right.
February, and then Uncensored would be in March.
And do we have a Spring Stampede yet?
I don't think Spring Stampede is a
And
thing.
Great American Bash is in May.
So which pay-per-views have been censored? Because I don't remember any being censored. There's no dicks. There's no fuzzies over anyone's. Like, it makes you think that every other pay-per-view has bleeping and pixelated faces on all the wrestlers.
I remember thinking, like, whenever I first heard of the concept of uncensored, I thought it would be like freaking tits and everything like that.
WCW,
yeah,
like
basically.
Yeah.
I thought the Nitro Girl's going to come out and strip or something.
They're going to be bare-ass naked. Oh, man. Well,
for those
so that's it
who are just watching this stuff, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So that's it for World War III. Let us know what you think. It's a big fat waste of time, especially the main event. But we'll be back next time with thank God a 1 hour episode of Nitro.
It's gonna be that's gonna seem so easy compared to what we just did.
Oh yeah,
so quick.
That'll go fast. So, all right, everybody, get after it.
Bye.
Yay.
Get weirdo.